It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the AMP Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
How you like that? Nice.
Enter! welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a beautiful Wednesday. Happy hump day.
Hump day. Happy Wednesday afternoon. I
There
know.
is something seriously wrong with my co-host. Yes, the rubber band has broken.
No doubt. No doubt.
We have a meeting. You send me into the Lions Gate. I get intrigued. It says, we got to get on the air. We got to get on the air.
Doo-doo-doo.
And then you in charge decide to play that music. I gotta tell you. Now,
I got a lot of problems, he says, with you people.
a lot of problems. I gotta tell you, I discovered something today. I got today's tip of the day.
Okay.
Do you know how fast the Earth rotates?
Slowly.
I used to. You know, in school you learn that, right?
Talking to your mic.
Sorry, I used to, because in school that's what you learned, but that was a really long
Well, she's
time
still
ago.
in school. Do you know?
Okay,
Same
she's
response.
in the same boat.
How fast, and don't look it up, how fast the
I know.
Earth travels
Rotates.
miles per hour in the rotation.
24 hours.
Oh, you know.
Doesn't it travel in like light years?
800 miles per hour is what it travels.
That's it?
Yes, that's it. That's pretty fast.
It just seemed, okay.
So let me ask you a question. You ready for the question?
No.
So what, you're not?
I'm kidding.
So what if the Earth stopped its rotation? It stopped, that whoop, what would happen?
We'd all fall off.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
And some people have already done that.
That's
No.
a good answer. How'd you know that?
Can you imagine like putting your foot on the brakes, everyone goes like, boom!
That's, wait a minute. That's the answer.
Is that the answer?
Yes. The oceans, everything would cluster.
It's like,
There you go. It would cluster. The oceans would destroy billions of people would die. We'll be all smushed.
we need Frank.
We'll be smushed.
Where's Frank
Yeah,
when
we're
we
going
need
to
him?
heaven.
Did you know that? Did you guys realize this? If the Earth stopped its rotational turn, we'll be all squished into one area. And
Isn't
because
God
of the
amazing in that creation, how he just
I
figured
mean,
that all
think
out?
about that. Was God a mathematician?
Must have been, or it
He's
was
more than that. Just
Frank. I
saying.
don't know.
E = MC squared, and that ain't pi.
And that's what you were reading about? That's what you've been reading?
No, I saw it on TikTok.
He has now resorted to getting his news and information on TikTok
Yes,
also.
I do, and I looked it up, and that professor happens to be right. I see mature, intellectual TikToking.
I gotta tell you, even now, TikToks are a little bit too long for me. Even now, if they're more than 30 seconds a minute, I'm like, how much more is there? I don't even have the 5-minute capacity
You
to
know,
watch
I
a
gotta
TikTok.
tell you, not for nothing, but having a conversation with Dawn is a minute marathon. After that, you've lost her. And at the end of this, she's probably gonna switch to something else, which is really hard to have a conversation with somebody who has 14 things they're talking about
I
in the
sent
same
it all
minute.
to Grace, though.
And
And
there we
Grace
have
kept
it.
saying, yes, I got that, huh? Grace, can we do that?
What?
Whatever. She's like, I think I should start writing some of these things down.
Right. Yes.
Because I think it, I speak it, I give it to Grace, and then she's like, sure. Now all my brain is now on Grace, and she says, I've got ADD. And she goes, maybe I should write this down. Like, yeah,
My list has gotten to 6 things.
6. That's not
That's
bad.
She's as
bad.
bad as you are.
I know.
She never says no. And then when she's looking at the mountain like this, she says, oh my God, what did I get myself into?
But now, wait, let me set up a Christmas tree because I don't have 6 other things on my list.
No, she is intrigued on where to put the Christmas. This is a mathematical
We're going to put it where we always
situation.
do.
Yeah.
We're going to try.
Yeah, it's going to work.
It's a big tree.
Because
No, I like Dawn's, the book's rendition of this tree.
this is how wide the tree is going to
Not
be.
according to Dawn. She says it's a skinny tree.
Because
We
they're
bought a
not
skinny tree.
together.
Because it's
We have
a
a
skinny
skinny.
box.
We have a skinny tree. My tree is now this big.
Here's my question. Do you think your arm span is half the length of your body?
Dawn, I don't care. I don't know. As long as I can scratch my foot, I'm
Yes.
good to go.
You do?
Yeah.
So this is how tall I am.
Maybe.
How tall am I?
Taller than
No
me,
clue.
look. That's what I'm wondering. Is your
Wow.
arm span?
Dawn, you have long arms.
Do you know from your elbow to your wrist is the size of your foot?
This is the size of my foot?
Yes. Yes. If you put your foot on your arm, your foot, not your leg.
She's right.
If you put your foot on your arm from your wrist to your elbow, it's the size of your foot.
Wow. That's a big foot.
Think about that, right? So think
This is
about
strange.
it's true. I hear a whole lot of so interesting facts that I learned
putting
in
a tree up.
science.
Just ignore her. There you go. Look at his
Wow,
arms.
you want to talk about
How
long
tall
arms.
is he? 8 feet?
12 feet.
7'10". There you go. So each one of his wingspans has got to be 3, 4
A guy
feet
like
almost.
that, I wouldn't want to meet because I would have to shake his hands. He's coming through
So
the
he's
door.
probably like 4 feet each way.
Oh my God.
That's tremendous. You see the book's wingspan? You play basketball? Did you play basketball? No. You got a tremendous wingspan.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm not that tall.
Your arms are longer than your body.
Maybe.
They drag behind
Grace
you.
gave me the idea. She goes, "This is my wingspan." So we'll see what happens. Anyway,
It's a 5-foot tree, and you're out with the measuring tape, and I'm like, wait, I'm 5 foot.
see?
That tree,
The measuring tape.
the diameter of the tree is 5 feet. The tree is 10 feet tall.
Yes.
Yes.
Diameter.
5 feet tall.
Diameter
So my wingspan
is.
will be 5 feet. So the tree will be this big.
Yeah.
That's a big tree.
It's a big tree.
Hello.
I wanted 12 feet. I was outvoted. Then I wanted real, and I was outvoted again. Because
Yeah, I'm
to
a-
get a
No,
real,
you're the one who wanted this
yeah,
one.
but to get a real 12-foot tree,
They're
it's
expensive.
$1,000.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
And then makes a lot of mess.
yeah, that too.
Well, I
This is
learned that
gonna make a
last
mess
year.
too.
This is?
Yeah,
A
but
lot of
not as
dust.
bad.
I have to get the dust buster.
Last year, though, getting out the dead tree through that door, not
still
easy.
Some of us still have scars.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Some of us ran, like Braxton ran through the door with it. It exploded.
We're done. Get it out of
He
here.
had it in his teeth.
I can't believe it's been a year. Like, I found our logo and everything from last holiday season, how quickly a year goes.
We have a logo?
It's behind you. Blink of an eye.
Where'd you get that?
We used it last year. I know. Go figure.
Oh, with
Here
the
you go.
candy cane. How
Diameter plus Christmas tree. Let's see that again.
See, it's too fast. One
Height
tree
and diameter
plus
plus lights equals that. There you go. There you have it.
that's the Josh sense of humor.
How'd your meeting go today with Roy? You're not going to tell me.
It went really, really well.
Good.
He has a pipeline of movies that were created, and they were either short-lived or didn't get the promotional anguish that it needed, or it depends, because with movies you never know what's going to be a blockbuster and what isn't, right? But he's going to give us an opportunity to select one, and then we're going to go on and decide what to do with it. He came up with a great idea of putting it in the movie theaters, so the kids at FAU and Lynn can see it. I got to tell you something. We did the Pink Floyd concert at FAU. That thing holds about 3,000,
Wow.
2,500. Can you imagine one of those flicks being put on that screen and that place being full, and we stream it to, let's say, Gia in California, UCLA, Berkeley? You're nodding, but you're not even listening. She's nodding.
Because I'm thinking.
I see her eyes and I see something else. The hell are you nodding at?
She's
Right?
thinking of like, oh
Because
my
I'm thinking that there's an easier way. And then every time I say that, I think of Lynn Everard because that's my
do
thing.
you
There's
mean
an
easier
easier
way?
way.
What?
You don't need to play it in the theaters to stream it.
No, you don't.
You can just upload it to a streaming platform and it streams.
Right.
The theater can be like a first premiere for
Right.
friends and family type thing.
Yeah.
Like
Time
we
out.
did with
Time,
ours.
time. Don't listen to the crazy.
Am I right though?
No, you're
it's
completely-
already.
You can
completely.
stream the live events.
Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on. Let me tell you why I'm doing this. There's going to be more than the movie. They're going to have the people. The cast of characters is going to be in Florida, and people like it when they see the cast of characters involved in the movie. So what you're going to do is you're going to present the movie, but before that's something else. You take that whole thing and you put it in LA where they love this stuff, and now you're selling 10,000 seats, which you're not able to do in one place.
What I love about you so much is your vision. He's
Yeah,
such a
the big
visionary.
picture.
Let's just sell 10,000 seats.
Right, piece of cake.
Let's do it.
I don't understand you guys. Did you watch the Grammys during
No,
COVID?
I never watched the Grammys.
All right, so the Grammys decided to do New York, New Jersey, and Philly, and Philadelphia. It was the first time they've ever used our technology, streaming in different states. And they would go, okay, Dawn in New York, take it. And she would take it, and she'd do the music. Okay, Dawn in Philly, take it. And they did a triangle. Now, did it work perfectly? No. They had some down, they had to go to commercial, the mics didn't work, some things did not work. But Gio and I, we discovered how they did it. And the machines that they use is sitting in Studio A.
There you go.
And you can do this. You can do a multi-stream, multi-state. You can do it in Europe. Would Europe be a better deal? Would that be better? Would they like to see American flicks in Europe, in Italy, in England, in France?
So you're gonna you're streaming the event versus the movie.
I'm streaming both.
Coming out with the branches. It's like, what?
Wow.
I'm building a tree.
And I'm building a tree. She's hilarious.
You guys have no vision.
What are you doing with that? That's why Grace is building the tree. What does
Yeah.
that do?
This part tells you what like layer it is because they come in layers, but you have to take this part off to get it in the stands.
Oh,
Oh, and then it
But
opens
it's
up.
oh, be careful then.
Yeah.
I will.
Use a pair of pliers.
You need the Puerto Rican hammer. Something came off.
Got it.
The
Did you
Puerto
guys-
Rican hammer.
Let me ask you a question. I don't know, because I support Christian movies, right? And what they do is they pay it forward. So there's it's called Angel Studios, and they released The Chosen, and there's been 4 seasons, I believe. And what they do is they have you go to the theater, and if you like it, then you buy tickets for somebody else who may not be able to afford it.
They did The Sound of Freedom also.
Yes, the same thing. Yes, absolutely. And so because we want to encourage faith-based movies, we will go to those movies, and then we'll buy tickets for anybody who, we'll spend $100 and then 5 people can go to that movie.
Well, let me give you a little bit of the latest. Angel Studios has contacted us through Ed Salazar.
Okay.
So they want us to finish something that they're going to put for the approval of Angel Studios. But we had to finish what somebody else started, and he's picked us
Wow.
to do that.
Angel Studios out in Utah.
Yes. So what it is that we
Unbelievable.
need to finish his piece, which I'm not going to tell anybody
Right.
about the piece because that's not my story to tell, but it is a powerful piece.
They do powerful movies, and that's why, for me, it's so important to promote those type of movies because of what we're walking through. Anyway, I'm sorry. I
But
didn't
they're
mean-
going to let us finish this piece, and if we are successful,
Hello.
we're going to be working with Angel Studios for people that want to get their works
Oh.
in front of them
Yes,
done,
I love that.
because it cuts out a big middleman. Do you know how many movies don't get done
Right.
because they're not long enough in presentation?
Do you know
You got to
how
have at least 5 minutes.
Sound of Freedom was shelved by Disney? They didn't want it to be released.
Well, Sean Freeman was shoved by a lot of
I
politicians.
know.
Lot of
Politicians, business people, believe me, it goes across the board. But that is it. And God has blessed that movie, and it is amazing how well that has done
And
now.
they had the counter on there of pushing it forward. But exactly what they do, I mean,
Oh,
think
the
about
model is
how
amazing.
they do it. Somebody came up with that idea.
I know.
And that idea is brilliant.
Well, it is because you support that community, you know, for like I said, Richard and I, that is because let's face it, faith-based movies have not been great quality. And then they come along and they do such an amazing job. And it's like, man, we want to help them. And that's what happens. It starts to grow and it's grassroots. So you don't need the middle people who want to control everything.
Well,
So
you still need to film it because they're very
100%.
strict. For us to finish this movie for Ed, there's guidelines that we have to follow.
Sure.
So that's what we're meeting with Ed next week. And we're going to talk to the people out in Utah to make sure that the development to finish it, the last 3 or 4 minutes, is done. And then we have to send it to get approved and then reshoot it to make sure that it all works out for this. This is just for the presentation to them.
Wow.
This
I
is
am
just
so
saying, hello,
excited
here
for
it is.
that.
And, you know, if God willing, it does work out. You know, this is why if you don't reach for the stars, you're
Right.
going to end up on the floor.
Well, and God doesn't want you to just do this. He wants you to do that.
Do this.
Right.
You got that?
That
That.
wingspan.
The wingspan. That's why birds fly. That's why
You
they're
are.
closer
We
to
don't
God
know.
because
He
they've
wants us
got their
to fly.
wingspan.
You are.
He wants
hilarious.
us to fly.
Exactly.
He does.
You
All
think
right.
so?
Yeah.
A goal without a plan is just a wish.
And a pickleball without a ball is just a pickle.
And we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we got Faith Stories with Dawn DeMarco Book and her guest, one of our producers of Amp Media Studios,
This is shocking.
Kennedy First. So we're going to hear
How
what her
did you
story
get
is.
Kennedy on the set?
I didn't.
You better speak
Dawn
up.
did.
You better speak up because I can never hear you.
Huh?
Do you
I know,
know
you gotta speak up,
thanks to
girl.
you, I've learned to read lips because I don't understand. I don't hear you.
Yeah. You definitely need to speak aloud.
All right, more to come on the other side of this break.
Do that
Stay
inner voice.
tuned, and we'll be right back.
This holiday season, let the spirit of the Brooklyn Cafe brighten up your mornings with our exclusive cafe merch collection, with our stylish tees to rep your favorite show. Elevate your morning routine with our signature cafe mugs, a sleek, lightweight laptop sleeve to protect your valuable device, a 17-ounce stainless steel bottle with your favorite show logo on it, and your favorite, hold on, let me overthink this phone case, for all Apple and Samsung phones. Cheers to the holiday season. Order now at brooklyncafe.tv/shop. Happy holidays!
Do you have an idea for a show or a podcast? Do you want the opportunity to be on TV? Amp Media Productions is partnered with True Oldies Real Radio Station and powered by many online platforms such as Roku, Facebook, YouTube, and even Amazon Fire to help amplify your impact. Do you want your voice to reach a wide audience? Call us today at 866-224-5422.
AMP2 Media Productions, in collaboration with True Oldies Radio and Comcast TV, bring you the opportunity to spotlight your business on Monday Night Football on ESPN. By targeting your preferred Comcast region, your commercial will be spotlighted during NFL and NCAA football season, reaching over 1 million viewers. Let AMP help you amplify your impact in the community. Contact us at 866-224-5422 to create your own commercial today.
Le Sorel Restaurant, home of the authentic Italian tradition, offers a large menu that consists of seafood, steak, homemade pasta, brick oven pizza, and homemade desserts including a wide wine selection. We also have the best bar in Boca Raton with delicious cocktails, homemade limoncello, cappuccino, Italian espresso, brandy, and other specialties, open every day with a lunch and dinner menu. For more information or to make a reservation, contact lesorelrestaurant.com or call 561-235-5301.
South Florida's Good Time Oldies. Now, Boca and Delray Beach have their own oldie station. Catch us on 95.3 FM. It's the greatest rock and roll hits of the 60s and 70s. On South Florida's Good Time Oldies, 95.3 FM.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Hi, thank you so much, you guys. We're going to have faith stories, which I absolutely love. I love how God works in people's lives. And so Kennedy is one of my guests today. And what I wanted to share was, first of all, it happened after Pastor Jerry was here. And you went up immediately to him and talked to him. And then you came over to me and said you wanted to be a guest. Yes. And I thought that was so incredibly God. Right? And then we spoke, was it yesterday or Monday?
Monday.
Okay, so we spoke on Monday, and I was asking you questions about your faith journey, and it was funny because I was trying to have you dig deeper, but it was hard for you to do that, right?
At the moment, yes.
Yes, speak up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Okay, girl. And so last night I get a text from you, and you share with me, it was like you wrote this movie plot that was your life.
Yes.
Which I thought was so cool.
And I felt like that was the best way to pretty much explain my life, like visually. So it just came to me, like I told you.
But see, how did it came through God, through you. And then the only other thing that I want to say before we get into your story is we were sitting here and talking about Angel Studios. And I just thought it was so powerful that you're like, you want to do movies. I just feel that. And then Angel Studios connection. So I just think that's such a God story right in and of itself.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Definitely.
Okay, so so where we're going to start is you going to be a graduate student, right?
Yes.
And you had shared with me you had an awakening. Could you expand on that a little bit?
Yes. So do you want to just start from the beginning? Kind of this whole experience within the past couple months, I kind of trying to take myself out of this type of depression and just kind of being at my lowest.
Right.
So I kind of used, opportunities and stuff to kind of help me through my journey and help myself, kind of finding myself, like self-discovery. So that helped. And then just taking my time, being patient, and yeah.
So one of the things you shared with me was that you felt like when you went to college, right, that your movie was Clueless. So when you say that, was it a culture shock for you?
Well, the culture shock kind of came when I moved back to the States. Okay. So that's where that whole kind of Clueless thing came. Because growing up in Japan, I was kind of free to actually be myself. Even if people visit there, you're welcomed, you're accepted, you just feel you could be you there. So when I came to the States, it was just a culture shock. And I also dealt with like identity issues, trying to figure out who I am, because, just growing up, people would just label me or put me in a box, and I wasn't that type of child. So I love to dibble and dabble in all stuff, and, just learning stuff about life and myself. So that kind of was the whole Clueless part when I came here.
Okay, I gotcha. So when you also had opportunity when you go into gas stations, which is so bizarre, but that's bizarre but cool, because you shared that there was a clerk that touched you.
I always get along with like gas station clerks. It's like going into one. It started for undergrad, like me going to gas station and stuff, but I've always had like the most weird times, people just coming in, and you would expect them to be a certain way, and they're not. It's a lot at a gas station that you can just learn from. And
like, what do you mean by that?
Like, just the people being nice to you and stuff. The stuff that's in the store that can make me feel like welcoming, like a child again. Like, even if like my favorite piece of candy or something, it just brings back memories to kind of, okay, even though I'm going in to probably pay for gas, right. But yeah.
So tell me, were you raised in a Christian home?
I wouldn't say Christian home. I mean, like, my grandmother and my mom, like, my family, they always, like, believed in God and stuff. But it was actually me who wanted to know more. So I kind of put myself out there and,
So how did that happen? Tell me about that.
It was it kind of happened, like, around my freshman year of high school, because I think it was a lot going on, like, trauma and stuff like that. So I was trying to seek stuff or seek,
what kind of trauma were you walking through?
Family stuff, generational stuff being passed down.
That's difficult to break too.
Yeah. Dealing with stuff at school, like even during high school, like I was always, making A's and stuff. But in high school, I was like B's, C's. Like I didn't want to,
because of what was going on in the family.
Yeah. So that was that.
So through that, you sought God in that moment?
Yes, because he pretty much pushed me and say, like, I'm here, I'm going to be okay, like, just keep going. And I remember my senior year of high school, I was by myself at home. Like, I think my uncle just left around that time, and he wasn't at the house, so it was just me and my dog. I was taking
your
a
dog
nap.
Beanie, right?
Yeah. His name's Benz, but I call him Beanie.
Okay. Yeah. And he's with you now, right? Cool.
Yes.
Okay.
So while I was taking a nap, I kind of felt a hand, like a pressure, like, and I was like, hold on. And it woke me up because I was like, okay, I'm by myself at home. What's going on? Like, who's touching me?
Right.
So when I explained it, like, to my grandmother, she basically, I guess God spoke through her with that, and he was basically letting me know, like, it's going to be okay. Oh. And that kind of gave me the motivation to actually finish high school with, good grades and other opportunities that came along with that. But, yeah.
Wow. That is amazing, Kennedy. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
See, I knew I was going to pull some cool stuff out of you. Let's see, what else did you share with me? So as you have been on this self-discovery journey, what other things has God shown you?
That one, stuff can be fixed, whether that's relationship, yourself, just anything. Also kind of like changing perspectives on a lot of stuff.
Mind shift.
Yeah.
It's funny because I have just had that recently, and it's transformational, I believe.
Yes.
And you're so young.
And that's what's crazy. That. Like, all of this I'm only 26 and all of this has happened.
I know.
Like, you would think
I know. You're like close to my age, but you're not. And that's what's so cool because it took me until my 30s to like wake up and realize, oh, God loves me, right? And you had that in high school, but then you've been walking your journey with him, and he has shown you and guided your every step, which is so cool and so powerful.
Yes, I'm glad.
I know. So tell me, do you have like a life verse that you live by?
You are beautifully and wonderfully made. I always go by that. And
that's for each one of us on the face of this earth, that we are beautifully and wonderfully made and made in his image.
Yes. I've always loved that scripture.
Yeah.
It just reminds people that, you're you enjoy what you want and have that relationship, and, just enjoy your space, enjoy, your energy and stuff, because nobody's like you, and that's okay. Like, we're all different for a reason.
Right,
So-
and that's what's so wonderful about our world, and yet we're all related.
Yeah.
You know, and that we have to be kind to one another in order for, you know, that we live in a place that is such beauty that God created and gave to us, right? And like you said, we need to be kind to one another. And unfortunately, with social media,
And that plays
it can be brutal.
Yeah, it
And
plays a
so
major part.
I encourage people not to read social media when they're trashing you.
I really don't know. Social media has literally made a huge impact on just
Right, on your generation.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I mean, it's crazy that, number one, if you're not gonna say something to a person's face, don't put it on social media, and be kind about it. You know, so I'm so glad to hear that you are in a space, a healthy space, and that God has been working on you, and He is going to do amazing things in your life, Kennedy. I can just tell.
yes. And
Do you have anything else you want to share?
no, that just plays like more into like, you know, the story. Because the 4 themes that I kind of have always been in my life is like strength, courage, self-discovery, and just kind of like uniqueness. So
Yeah.
I take that literally everywhere I go.
Well, that's wonderful,
Yeah.
and I just thank you so much. I'm so proud of you. You have no idea, because I have to tell you, Dawn and Freddie had no clue that she was going to be on, and I was so surprised that you came up to me and said, I want to share my testimony. I'm like, that's amazing, because, I mean, I just think that's such a God thing, because He encouraged you to do that, and that you stepped out on faith and was able to do this today. I am so incredibly proud of you, Kennedy.
I'm shocking myself.
What shocked you the most? That you did it, or you had the courage to do it?
Both. Both.
I think it's so cool. It's such a God thing.
Because it's just trying to like put it all together and trying to like make sense of it. Like, I think that's part of like the courage part. But yeah.
Yeah.
Because trying to explain personal stories, it's
not easy for
it's
you.
Not.
But can you make sense of it, or is it just one of those things you give to God because it only has to make sense to you?
Probably both too.
Yeah.
Because even with like texting, like
Last
texting
night.
her
Yeah.
last night about that, like that was God. Not even me, that was God.
Isn't that amazing? I loved it.
Like I
What's
literally had
amazing-
to write it down. Like my dog was in the way. Like I'm like I gotta.
He's like, don't forget about me.
And I, like even like when I go to sleep or like even with dreams, I'll have like a little notepad by my bed, like
Yep.
write it down, and
Because those dreams are a way for God to talk to you too.
talk to me, help me, try to guide me through stuff. Like,
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Cool.
working.
What's amazing for me is to see this side of Kennedy and to
I
see
know.
Kennedy come to life, because I said to you this morning, who's your guest? And you had told me, but I forgot. And I said, does Kennedy know she's your guest today? Because she came in
She has
today.
a beautiful jacket on.
She hasn't be, she always, well, her clothes, she's leveled up her clothes the past 6 weeks, and she's like a whole new person. Freddie will tell
Going
you.
into
And she comes in and she sits down. She doesn't say a word about anything. And I say, you were there.
Yeah.
Are you Dawn's guest today? Yes. That's as much as we've heard her say. And I've never heard you speak so much and share so much of you. So I am just
That's
in
what I'm saying, I'm
awe.
shocking myself.
I love it.
Wow.
But see, that's what God does when you step out in faith. When you take that step, we prayed before this. I said a prayer over her so that she would feel comfortable and that God would give her the words to share. And you did amazing. Girl, that is so cool.
You did amazing. Wow.
You know, sometimes, because we get a number of kids to come in here from school, some for grades, some voluntary, and you got to wait because they all set their path. And with her, I've been patiently waiting, and I want to see the things that drive Kennedy, and I will ask her to go on outside shoots. I'll ask her to do this and do that. And she does it, and she's gaining more and more confidence in some of the things that she can do. So, to me, it doesn't surprise me whatsoever, at all. I've been waiting for her to blossom. to come forward and take charge. Now, I could name a handful of kids in here who, if you know them now, 360 a year ago, were not the same, which is nice because the program is set up so that they can grow and develop and everything else. Not everybody can be like G-Man that comes in and takes over.
G-Man.
He took over Amazon. Now it's called Amazon Man.
So now I gotta remember to call him Amazon Man.
That's what it is.
I like G-Man better.
But she worked for Amazon when we first met her.
That's why the irony of the whole package.
Oh,
that
wow.
So there's been all sorts of, and now he's working for them, and she's going to go back for them, or maybe not. It depends on what happens. But I'm not shocked at this, because sometimes you can actually see inside it beginning to grow and to go. And the more you watch and the more patient you are, the more surprised you are to be. Now, I'm shocked that she's actually talking so I can hear her today.
I know. Well, I told her speak up.
I know.
Because the past has been, I go to the door and say, what's she saying?
But
Right?
no, but that's why I appreciate about being here, because it's still a part of my journey. Like here, it pushes me. Like I've also shared, with others that this is my safe haven. Like I can be myself here. I can try to learn and all of that and build and grow. So yeah, I'm kind of excited what God has planned.
Oh my God. And I have to tell you, she came to church. She said she was going to come to church. She showed up and Jerry came over and said hi. And then he was looking out into the crowd and he goes, I feel so bad that, it's an older crowd tonight and Kennedy came. I go, don't worry about it. It's all good, And then she said, I introduced her to the youth leadership guy. And she's like, do you think we could do something for college students? I said, yes, but you need to talk to John. I mean, she's just stepping up all over the place. God is moving you in big ways.
Because that's always been my target. I just feel like even when people go through things, it always starts that college, early 20s, or just 20s period.
Yeah.
And people really don't have a chance to either let go of some things or whatever it can be. It's just that specific part is what I want to tell my story, because I don't know who may relate to me. So
well, and that's the thing about everybody's story, because you've walked through things that other kids have walked through, they can relate and connect with you, and learn from you, right?
Because I literally I'm not trying to be funny, but even how Jesus was, hanging around everybody, that I'm the same way. Right. I accept, I appreciate, I don't know, I'm just very welcoming when it comes to that. So, yeah.
You are. Thank you so much. Because I know this was so outside your comfort zone.
I'm shaking a little bit.
How do you feel now, though? Like you did it?
I'm a little shaky, but I'm glad I put myself out there. So.
And what's with you in gas stations?
It started from school.
You just hanging out at gas stations?
Well, not hanging out. It's just every time I go there to get gas, it's just always something there. I don't know. Even just yesterday, a guy wanted to fill up my tank. I'm like, I don't even know you.
Wow.
It was the weirdest thing.
I'm going to tell you, don't feel bad, because somebody I know used to hang out at malls.
Parking lots, yeah.
Parking lots.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
Sometimes now I still do. But I've stopped.
Oh, that's you. That went, whoop.
No, it's her. Yeah. She used to hang out at parking lot malls and
But
they asked her, don't do that. This is a dangerous place.
Or I just have to go, you saw the other day, I just had to go drive. It's almost like I have to clean the whole community by driving. I feel like I go through and I get to clean by driving through the streets. This whole essence of, all right, now we're good. And then I can come back. Especially on days when it's quiet, like Christmas and Christmas Eve when no one's on the road, I can do my cleansing and go back home.
It's funny because when things happen, Dawn and I approach different things different ways.
Sure.
So sometimes I have to sit to try to figure out what I'm going to do next. A problem arises, something comes up, and I'm not the knee-jerk kind. I've learned that never, ever works out for me, ever. Right. So I sat, and she says, what are you doing? I said, I'm sitting. She says, well, we have a crisis, and you're sitting. I go, yeah. Oh.
Not only is he sitting, he sits down with a piece of pizza. We're having this whole thing, and Josh is in one room doing something, and I'm trying to figure it out in another room, and I'm looking at him, and he goes, you got a problem, don't you? I said, I got a problem? He says, you got a problem. He takes a piece of pizza and he sits down. I said, what are you doing? He says, I'm eating. I said, you're what? He goes, I'm eating a piece of pizza. I'm like, I see that, but we got to take care of this. He says, I'm thinking about it. And
I
then,
says, I'm thinking, give me a second. I'm eating my pizza.
You know what, Freddie? I am like that as well. I have to process things. I don't, like, you know, a couple of years ago when you said, oh, let's do a show, and I'm like, yeah, I need to pray about this.
a couple of years, it's been 8.
Yeah, but 7 years ain't thinking about it. That's the thinker. That's that statue. But I said to Norton, I says, you know, sometimes it doesn't come to me
Right.
at the moment. Let me see how it develops. At the end of the day, the problem actually was a blessing. Goes to show you. Because it wasn't where I wanted it to be anyway. And we're going to redo this thing. And we're going to do it better because now I understand the complexities of the shoot.
Right.
It's like I was telling you before we got on today, there's something different about you, your delivery and everything else. And I love when you do these things. And today I love it even more because it's one of my kids
Right.
that has grown up right in front of me. And I love when that happens.
I do.
I love it. You know? It's
Well,
so
and
giving.
I think God is just doing amazing things with this segment and with this, you know, all of this in here. And I'm just so thankful and blessed that, you know, I made that next step. You know, sometimes it takes me a while because I'm, you know, I trust Him, but sometimes I get myself in the way, you know, with my insecurities and holding on to things that I need to let go of. And shifting my mind, and that's what has happened over the last couple months, is my mind shift has changed tremendously. And I think that is why you've seen a change in me. Because I love this. I love doing this. This is such a gift for me that I can share God's glory and light in this dark world because it's Matthew 5:16. Let your light shine before others so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father in heaven. That's what I'm doing because just what we're walking through now, you know. I mean, I was at an event last night and there was a gentleman. He's a congressman in Brevard County and he's Jewish, and he said to the crowd, he said, "Who of you in here are Jewish?" And probably, I would say, a third of the people stood up. And then he said, you know, they're coming after us first, the Saturday nights. He goes, but Sundays are next. And it was such a powerful message. I'm getting chills. And he said, who of you in this room will stand with Israel? And then everybody else stood up. Because we have to stand united with Israel, because we are tied together. Israel, God chose. The United States chose God. And we stand together as one. And I don't know where that came from, but I just had to share that.
Wow. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Mm-hmm. Well, I'd love to see you grow and do what you do.
Yeah.
And Kennedy, you're just blowing me away and leaving me speechless because I had no idea. I have to ask, when Pastor Jerry was here, what about him being here? You said to Dawn, can I come to church? What was it? Was it seeing him? Was it knowing that you were in comfort?
Just his presence just
Yeah.
got me to, you know, speak to him and trying to get back in church and all of that. So
Yeah, and he has anything to do with youth, because he wants to help that generation. And we do have a lot of youth at our church.
Oh, yeah.
We really do. And
Just not on Saturday night.
Yeah, but
teasing.
it's a
I'm
mix.
teasing.
But we had fun. I was loud as usual. It's all good.
So what's next for you, Kennedy?
I should be asking God that. I don't know. I'm just ready to get out there and see what I can do and just have him guide me.
You should see this text she sent me. It's a movie, the way she wrote it.
Wow.
Seriously, I'm going to share it with you guys. So I think she's going into the movies.
Wow.
Well, you can pray about that.
You're
I'm impressed. And you saw everyone else when
Answer my
you
mom's
heard that you were going to be on the show. They went, what? So everyone's eagerly listening to your message today because you kept
And
us all not
it's
knowing
still-
anything
it's more
really
to-
about you.
it's still more to, you know, kind of fill in the gaps, but that was a major like message I wanted to like share. Like,
Do you see spirits, or just that one time you felt someone on your shoulder?
that was probably that one time. Like, it happened again, but I can't remember how it actually like happened, but that I specifically remember because I was like, nobody was home.
Right.
My
And
dog's
that's pressing in.
the hand's not big. I'm like,
Right.
it's not, it's paw. So I'm just like, okay.
That was God's
was God.
presence letting
Yes.
you know that He's there.
Because I really was like, I don't even want to like finish high school. I'm over it. I don't care. Like, it was a lot.
And then you felt that, and then what?
And then coming from like an environment that kind of, you're not gonna make it, crabs in a bucket kind of mentality, that also played a part where it kind of helped me push myself too. Like, I don't want to be where I came from.
Right.
But I'll always remember where I'm from.
Of course, of course, yeah. And unfortunately, in the family environment, it can be very difficult, right? Because your parents bring their stuff forward.
That too.
You know?
Like, my mom's like, some of like what she was dealing with, it kind of came on to me, like even with like the depression and stuff. Like, I was the only one to like help her through that, like just being there. Because like coming from living with my grandmother to now being with my mom, and she's trying to figure herself out. It's
Sure.
like, whew, it's like
Yeah, and you know, it doesn't matter what age you are. We all have to walk through our journey and work through our quote unquote stuff. And we can either carry it with us for the rest of our lives, or we can unpack it and let God take it from us and then move forward. And that's the healthiest place to be.
And even like now, like my mom, you know, she's stepping into like her 50s. She was like, you're even teaching me to like, you know, let go and keep pushing. She was like, and I'm older than you, but she was like, still.
Doesn't matter.
I was
I
like,
think
doesn't
that's
matter.
amazing.
It's people just have different journeys, and that's
Right.
Either you start before somebody, after somebody, it doesn't matter. Like, it's your journey. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Cool.
Well, maybe you can do your own show to resonate with the college students on finding faith.
I'm open to that.
I love that.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
I just want to feel like relatable, like just like what we see like on TV. It's not authentic and real anymore, and we don't see that. So
No.
we got to bring that back.
You know, sometimes you learn in lessons, you learn things not to do. I had that conversation with Roy today. And sometimes when we do an outside event, and people will say to me, oh, it wasn't successful, it wasn't this, it was a lot of wasn'ts. But to me, they all was, because I learned what worked, I learned what didn't work, I learned what I would do better, I learned what I would let go of because it doesn't work. And at the end of the game, we are all in the midst of learning, but you have to appreciate what you have in order to learn from it. Because it's going to teach you two lessons. The one that you choose to follow is up to you. Now, you can say, that didn't work, I'm never going to do it again.
Right.
Everything works. It doesn't matter the amount of people that buy into it. It matters what you learn from the experience, and then you go on to do bigger and better things. And these are some of the things that I wish I knew when I was your age.
Hello. Yeah, no
Back
kidding.
in the day,
True.
I made more mistakes than anything else.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, the very first mistake I ever made, I was 16 years of age. I was a freshman at NYU. And I stood up, and I never forget, by my desk, and I said to myself, because I got to play for NYU's baseball team, I got to play and meet people, and I was with the Wall Street Journal on the A train. And I said to myself that day, you know something? You're pretty good. You got it going on. And my life changed from that moment on, because it became a struggle. Because I started to read my headlines.
Oh,
I started to give myself this false impression that I was indestructible. I started to say, I'm bigger than the game. I'm bigger than the game. And we are never bigger than the game. That's the thing that I learned, because I went into NYU young. I was a kid.
16.
I was a kid. Yeah, because I got skipped a few times. I was a kid. And my mother said to me, you know, don't do it. Stay in school at the
Right.
regular thing. I said, no, I want the challenge. Yeah.
16.
But you have to explore the challenge in front of you. You got to take the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Oh, yeah.
And once you learn how to do that, then we all have hiccups. Everything we've done in our past, that didn't work out for us is something for you to learn from.
Absolutely.
And then go from there. And that's why I sit down with a pizza and say, let me figure it out.
And I went, really? Really? Are you really? I go, you're hilarious, and there's nothing I could do.
And she laughs. And then she said, and I go, Dawn, I tell you what I'm going to do. She says, you're impossible.
But it's that's why you guys work so well together. No, seriously, because you're more of it's like Mary and Martha in the Bible, where Mary sitting at the feet and Martha was the worried one, or was it the other way around?
I think that's right.
Okay. And so Martha was sitting at the feet of Jesus, right?
Yeah.
And then Mary was in the kitchen worried, and then going to Jesus saying, why isn't she helping? And he's like, you need to be more like Martha, you know. But I think maybe it was Martha. I apologize.
I think
It's one or the other.
I got a better example for you. It's like the Three Stooges. Do you remember when Curly, was it Curly? One of them used to run around in a circle.
That's me. I run from here. I run the entire studio. Last night to get someone a tissue, I had to go this way and this way, all over. He's sitting.
And I'm watching her because I said, somebody got popcorn. I went, and she spins and spins.
Oh my God.
And I said, just take it easy.
I'm actually going to get a tracker to see how many steps I actually do in the studio, because I probably walk a lot and you just don't
Carry
know
your
it.
phone because it has that counter.
And then she runs. And she
Okay,
runs
I
and
just
she-
remembered it's Mary that was sitting at the feet of Jesus, and it was Martha who was like just going crazy, driving herself nuts. So there you go.
And it was Curly.
Yes, exactly, Curly.
Well, thank you so much, Dawn, and thank you for bringing Kennedy forward, because now we see a whole nother side of her.
I know.
But we would love to see you inspire your generation. Put a
Absolutely.
faith stories together for the youth would be pretty amazing.
I'm excited.
How you like that?
So cool. And thank you for giving me this platform and this opportunity. I
Oh, no,
really
we thank
appreciate it.
you
See, this
for
is
bringing
another
it.
God wink, as I call it, because
Yeah.
you are the messenger for Kennedy. We've sat here for months and months, maybe almost a year, I don't even know. But it took you as the messenger from God to bring her forward.
Yeah.
So we thank you and God.
Amen.
Amen. All right, let's take a commercial break.
Let's do that, Lucy.
All right, stay tuned. More to come on the other side of this break. We'll be right back.
Do you want the opportunity to have a TV show or podcast? Now, at Amp Media Productions, you can host your very own visual broadcast anywhere around the world. With our talented group of creators, we will provide you with show elements, board operations, and any on-screen visuals you'd like to showcase. All you must do is log onto your computer and communicate with your viewers. Contact Amp Media Productions at 866-224-5422 or email hello@amp2.tv to start your own show today.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
What if this happened to you when you're alone? Or what if it happened here? With MedGuard Alert, you're never alone. You can connect with medical professionals anywhere, anytime. And now MedGuard is introducing our exclusive new CareWatch. If you need help quickly, use it from anywhere to contact medical professionals. No cell phone required. The CareWatch is not only a life-saving medical alert device, it's a revolutionary health monitoring system that checks your blood pressure, heart rate, oxygen saturation, duration, and much more. And here's the best part. If you have Medicaid, you may qualify to get your Care Watch for free. The Care Watch is only available through MedGuard Alert. Call us right now. We have monitoring programs starting as low as $1 a day. The call is free, activation is free, shipping is free, and no contract is required. Remember, with Medicaid, you may qualify to get your Care Watch for free. Don't wait. Call us to get your Care Watch right now. Operators are standing by.
Love the Brooklyn Cafe? Don't miss out on some of the latest merch we have available. Need a new shirt? The Brooklyn Cafe has you covered. We have a variety of shirts in all sizes, ranging from the classic cafe shirt to the highly coveted colorful hot dog shirt. Need something for cold weather? Why not grab one of our cafe hoodies? Or you can snuggle up with one of our soft silk touch fabric blankets. The Brooklyn Cafe has everything you need, from clothing about the show to our signature coffee blends and mugs. Get it while supplies last.
Amp Media Productions is excited to announce our expansion into North Miami. With our experienced team of radio and TV professionals, we are dedicated to bringing North Miami the highest quality audio and visual production services. Whether you need radio or television commercials, podcasts, music videos, or audio and visual storytelling, we can provide the solutions to help you reach your goals. Our team is reliable, innovative, and creative, and we're ready to help you develop the perfect product. With our competitive rates and personalized service, you can trust that your project is in the best hands. Contact us today to get started on your project. 866-224-5422.
When a garage door breaks down or the opener stops working, you need to act fast. So if it's broken, call Broughton. Broughton Garage Door Sales can handle all of your service, repair, and installation needs. And if you need a new garage door or a garage door opener, call Broughton. They have a great line of Clopay garage doors and LiftMaster openers. And their expert technicians can prevent major problems with annual garage door tune-ups. Broughton Garage Door Sales, opening doors for you since 1955. Visit broughton.com. That's BROTEN.com, or call 954-946-5555. That's 954-946-5555.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Just when you think you're getting over me, you see a flash, hear a bang, like a vision, memories. It's like you're buried in your own regret, can't escape the hearts you break, finally way back from the grave. Try hard, don't forget me, is that working for you? Everything like you to stay. Try hard, don't forget me, is that working for you? Now you're turning paranoid when you wake up screaming 3 a.m. Gonna be a ghost, gonna be a ghost, gonna be a ghost. Only gonna feel me creeping in. Gonna be a ghost, gonna be a ghost, gonna be a ghost. Hearing my voice on their waves, feeling my touch 'cause I'll never go away. Hearing my voice on their waves, feeling my touch 'cause I'll never go away. Try hard, don't forget me, is that working for you? Everything like you to stay. Try hard, don't forget me, is that working for you? Now you're turning paranoid when you
And welcome back. And that's Ghost by
Kendra. Erica. I got you.
Kendra.
I got you.
I was thinking Erica. You thought Kendra?
I saw your mouth going to that.
Kendra.
Not the Kendra mouth.
No.
I'm thinking of.
There's no such thing as a Kendra mouth.
She's amazing.
She's amazing. Your stories are amazing. I'm just sitting here in awe of watching Kennedy come to life talking to you. This is the woman that I've never seen this side of her, and I'm like speechless in what it is. Just amazing.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Still shocking myself.
Yeah, she's still kind of processing it all.
And we added more information.
Yeah, oh my God, she has more in there. I knew she did.
No, just over break, we kind of like shared like more to it, you know.
Yeah. Family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good
Yeah,
stuff.
it's interesting how our parents can really, you know, encourage us, but then you have the discouragement and, you know, yeah, it's very interesting, the commonalities that we have. Yep.
It's interesting because I look back as a parent and saying, gosh, I hope I did. At the time, I thought what I was doing was right.
Right.
But maybe it wasn't. But that's all I knew. And I said to my kids,
Exactly.
one day when you're older and you're sitting on that therapist couch, just know I did the best I could with what I knew going in.
And that's what helped me open up to like my mom, because I've always like, she's always been like kind of to herself and quite never shared who she really was. And it's like, you don't have to, you know, hide from me. Like, it's okay if you made mistakes and all of that. Like, at that time, I didn't know because I was a kid and a teenager and stuff. But now since I've, you know, experienced just being in my 20s, it's like, now I get it. Like,
no one's perfect.
No one's perfect. You did what you know, what you could at the time, you know, even with just struggling, like, you did what you could and just learn from that. So
It's interesting because when I was, and I was accused of siding more with Freddie than with Gio, which is not true. I usually try to play towards the strengths of my kids. And Freddie was he was competitive, so he liked sports and things of that nature, where Gio was not as competitive. Gio was more of the logical thinker. So Gio wanted to be the umpire on the field, and Freddie wanted to be the athlete. So you have to understand the balance. So I went into coaching. I ended up coaching almost 21 years.
Wow.
But I did it because I like to see kids develop and play towards their strengths and let them develop and make mistakes and what have you. And it's interesting to see how everything stays the same in my beliefs, but society has changed.
Oh, tremendously.
Where sometimes you have to sort of guide them towards doing something that is going to be more plentiful for them. Otherwise, they're just going to spin their wheels and they're going to get frustrated. But you know, it's tough to make that decision. So you have to be patient.
Yeah.
Patience is such a virtue right now, and we don't have any.
No.
I heard somebody today, my co-host over here, saying the conversations around her, they go over a minute. She's done. But that's what's happening today. So I'm creating the 1 minute song. 1 minute, that's it. Beginning to end. The music stops at the end of a minute. Because nobody hangs out for the other 3 minutes and 45 seconds.
You know, I think I'm usually pretty positive.
Yes,
At least
are.
I used to be. But even this time for me has been a struggle. And if I'm having a hard time staying positive, I can't imagine what other people are having a difficult time. Oh, there's the coffee pot. A difficult time being positive are going through.
Did you just said coffee pot?
That's a new coffee pot.
She buys things and we don't know.
Squirrel!
What?
Coffee pot.
Do you know why she bought a coffee pot? I'm going to tell you the real deal here.
Because they always need cleaning.
So the coffee pot works fine for the coffee pot. So our friend here decides to bring us cases of
pods.
those pods.
Oh.
And Dawn loves the pods. She don't like the coffee pot.
Yeah, because
she
you gotta
loves
clean
the pod.
it.
So the pod went out. So not because Freddie wanted to have a coffee pot, because Freddie would have to struggle with it one-sided, not working well. It came out like mud. Makes no difference.
Do you remember the time my car battery died and I went and got a new car? This is like the time.
Oh my God, what?
Yes, my car battery died. I'm like, I'm done. I'm just going to get a new car. So they started the car, and I went and I turned it in like the next day. Same thing with this. The pods stopped working. Kennedy brought us a whole thing of pods. They shouldn't go to waste. So I bought a new coffee pot.
So what I do is I send her 50.
So he sends me the coffee pots.
I sent her 50 coffee pots, because I wasn't getting a coffee pot based on my need. It was based on these stupid pots.
I thought you wanted one.
No, I just make fun of it. So the funny thing is, I sent her all these. It's like the trees. Do you know how many Christmas trees I sent her? Thousands. Skinny, tall, big, small.
White,
$1,000,
black,
$1. The tree is like this. And she
That is
says,
hysterical.
which one do you want to pick? I said, you pick. So I do it on purpose. Sometimes I've learned
Here's a coffee pot.
to overwhelm her is to get her to think stable. Because Dawn's mind works like a book with 1,000,000 pages flickering through. Your mind is the same way. And you guys think about 15,000 things at one time.
Yes.
I try
And
not to.
We all try not to.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you don't.
Yeah.
And what happens is that when we try doing it, it doesn't work to get
Hi.
it thought
We've
out.
got-
So,
Yes?
no,
No?
it's just
No.
somebody. And so the coffee pot is finally here. And I tell him, where's the coffee pot coming? I
What
don't
year?
know.
I don't know.
Where's the tree coming? I don't know.
Well, you got a tree and you got a coffee pot, and now we got pods to use. We got guests. We're going to take a commercial break. All right, more to come on the other side of this break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Do you want the opportunity to have a TV show or podcast? Now, at Amp Media Productions, you can host your very own visual broadcast anywhere around the world. With our talented group of creators, we will provide you with show elements, board operations, and any on-screen visuals you'd like to showcase. All you must do is log onto your computer and communicate with your viewers. Contact Amp Media Productions at 866-224-5422 or email hello@amp2.tv to start your own show today.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
What if this happened to you when you're alone? Or what if it happened here? With MedGuard Alert, you're never alone. You can connect with medical professionals anywhere, anytime. And now MedGuard is introducing our exclusive new CareWatch. If you need help quickly, use it from anywhere to contact medical professionals. No cell phone required. The CareWatch is not only a life-saving medical alert device, it's a revolutionary health monitoring system that checks your blood pressure, heart rate, oxygen saturation, and much more. And here's the best part. If you have Medicaid, you may qualify to get your CareWatch for free. The CareWatch is only available through MedGuard Alert. Call us right now. We have monitoring programs starting as low as $1 a day. The call is free, activation is free, shipping is free, and no contract is required. Remember, with Medicaid, you may qualify to get your CareWatch for free. Don't wait. Call us to get your CareWatch right now. Operators are standing by.
Love the Brooklyn Cafe? Don't miss out on some of the latest merch we have available. Need a new shirt? The Brooklyn Cafe has you covered. We have a variety of shirts in all sizes, ranging from the classic cafe shirt to the highly coveted colorful hot dog shirt. Need something for cold weather? Why not grab one of our cafe hoodies? Or you can snuggle up with one of our soft silk touch fabric blankets. The Brooklyn Cafe has everything you need, from clothing about the show to our signature coffee blends and mugs. Get it while supplies last.
Amp Media Productions is excited to announce our expansion into North Miami. With our experienced team of radio and TV professionals, we are dedicated to bringing North Miami the highest quality audio and visual production services. Whether you need radio or television commercials, podcasts, music videos, or audio and visual storytelling, we can provide the solutions to help you reach your goals. Our team is reliable, innovative, and creative, and we're ready to help you develop the perfect product. With our competitive rates and personalized service, you can trust that your project is in the best hands. Contact us today to get started on your project. 866-224-5422.
When a garage door breaks down or the opener stops working, you need to act fast. So if it's broken, call Broughton. Broughton Garage Door Sales can handle all of your service, repair, and installation needs. And if you need a new garage door or a garage door opener, call Broughton. They have a great line of Clopay garage doors and LiftMaster openers. And their expert technicians can prevent major problems with annual garage door tune-ups. Broughton Garage Door Sales, opening doors for you since 1955. Visit broughton.com. That's BROTEN.com. Or call 954-946-5555. That's 954-946-5555.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
How you doing?
Thanks for the coffee pot.
I'm sorry?
Coffee pot, Christmas tree. I think we're doing well for Black Friday.
Don't thank me. I didn't even know what the hell you bought.
And then
you bought a Kruger.
A Keurig.
Yeah.
I got it from the.
A Kruger.
I got it from
Hey,
the
listen,
Keurig
there's no
store
F
too.
in elephant either, okay? What?
A Keurig. And I got it from Keurig directly. It was cheaper to go through Keurig on Black Friday than even any of the big box stores.
Good.
You see, I asked Dawn for cameras. And she says, "Ooh, no, not that." So I took it from here to here. She said, "Ooh, no, not that." But let me get tree. It's okay. It's a fair exchange. I went for here and I landed here.
So is that what you do?
That's what I do.
Oh, my, now I know what he does. Because I just never say no to you, so I just wait for
You
the
say no
compromise to
plenty.
come in.
I said the camera. No.
And you wanted new cameras.
The green screen. No.
We got a green screen.
Even Josh said, "Can we get the big green screen?" I said, "You gotta ask Dawn." Ask Dawn.
Yep.
We can look for that again, too. You know, things to do, I know.
Well, you're funny.
Things to do, but Kennedy gives me hope and faith again, restored to mankind.
Kennedy, I'm gonna ask you for the green screen. Maybe you should give it to you.
Kennedy gives us faith in mankind. Because just when I start feeling like, oh my gosh, everything is crazy, there's like this little flicker of flame, like Rudolph's little nose is like, it brightens, like, all right, now we're good to go. Like there's this flicker that goes off that there is good in people and there is hope and faith in people if you look hard enough, right? Oh, yeah. But sometimes there's so much darkness and so many clouds, you don't see Rudolph's little nose flickering.
Well, you're funny.
Or however you envision it.
Well, there's always good signs and there's bad signs. There's good times, bad things happen, good things happen. I just wish that the good things were more.
Well, there's a lot of good in the world, though.
There
you
is.
know?
There's still hope. Yes, there is a Santa Claus. There's still hope. Exactly. That's how I feel.
But that's what God does. You see, He shines the light on the darkness, and the darkness needs to be exposed in order for it to be eradicated. So I believe that's what's happening now. You know, with the child sex trafficking stuff, and you know the politicians, and they don't want any of that to come out. You know, and so. But it's across the board, but God is shining a light on that. You have to shine a light on that in order for people to be awake and go, okay, we need to stop this. This is wrong, right?
Yep.
So, you know,
it's amazing because you try to establish a house that's positive, right? Your family, where your kids are brought up positively, and there's a lot of negative things that happen.
Oh, sure.
But you try to establish a house that's positive. And then you try to work in an environment that's positive, because you want to be in a positive work environment. Who the hell wants to work in a negative work environment, right?
Yeah.
And one of the things that I love about being here is that it's a positive environment, and they come in and they don't know what to expect.
No.
They have no
I
clue
still
of
remember
what
my
I'm
first day
about
here.
to do to them, what she's about to. They don't, but they respond, and they get more positive, and all of a sudden they start using words like family.
And then Nikki walks in and everyone's happy again.
And then Nikki walks in, it's like we haven't seen, she went to war, she came back, we haven't seen her in ages.
Oh, really?
It could have been a week.
I think it was a week.
But the funny thing is, if you look at other places, try to be a cop. Try to be a fireman.
I know.
Try to be an EMS. Try to work in a hospital. Try to work for Con Edison, which is the electrical outside in New York City
yeah.
right now in this degree, in this weather. Done all of this stuff. I've done all of it.
Yeah.
I've been involved with all of it. Some of the most depressing things that go on. Some of these guys, you know, when the fire is here and everybody's running this way, they got to run that way.
I know, right?
And I just, you know, I got to see some of that. I got to experience some of that. And then I get to live and experience this.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, I think a whole lot more of this and a whole lot more of that. But I do respect.
Absolutely.
I do respect what they do. Oh, by the way, and later in the show, I wanted to do this earlier today. I owe Miami Dolphins an apology.
No?
Why?
Why?
Because I made fun of the kid that had the Achilles tear.
Oh, yeah.
At the
That's
Meadowlands.
no joke. He's out for the year.
And I made a bad joke, and people let me know right between the eyes that that was a bad joke. I said something about I wish every Dolphin player tore his Achilles or whatever. I didn't mean that at all. I meant it as a joke because the Jets are just such a bad team. But I have changed my way. So I am going to root for the Dolphins.
Uh-oh.
This year. Listen, don't blame me. Don't blame. That's cute there, G-Man. Don't blame me, but I'm going to root for the Dolphins to win the Super Bowl, except when they play the Jets.
Oh.
I would never go against my Jet team. But I have changed, and I'm never going to go for the Heat. I can't stand them. I ain't going to go for nobody. But I made a bad joke, and I'm man enough to admit it was a wrong thing to say. And I apologize to every Dolphin fan that wrote to me criticizing the joke. And I apologize because I saw, they sent me a TikTok when he got hurt, and this kid was having a great year.
His leg went. It was
He
bad.
popped it, and then he tried to take off the next
Yeah, and
play,
you
and he
can't.
realized that it was like he got shot, he said. But he was more distressed at the year he was having was so good on a good team, and they are a good team.
He's a
I gotta
big
tell you.
guy, too.
He is, and it, you know, he reached out to Aaron Rodgers. Everybody's reaching out to Aaron Rodgers because there seems to be something going on with all the Achilles pops.
Yeah.
There's
It's
like
the
12 of them
It's
now.
the field. Did they they were playing in New York, yes?
Yeah, but in Minnesota, in different fields,
But they're-
everybody is
it's
popping
the
their Achilles.
artificial quote unquote park grass. They need to play on real grass. That's
That's
the
right.
bottom line.
I think
you know,
so.
I have
I think you're right.
a friend of mine who used to play for the Dolphins, and he was, I think it was in Jet Stadium when they played in the Meadowlands. They still play there, though,
They
right?
still play there, but they
no,
changed
the
the
other one,
field.
Shea Stadium.
Well, Shea was all grass.
Well, he ended up the same thing. His Achilles, and
At
he
Shea
was out.
Stadium?
Huh?
At Shea Stadium?
Yeah.
One of the reasons the Jets left Shea Stadium is because the field was very bad.
Yeah.
And the Giants played at Yankee Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
And that stadium was immaculate, but the biggest stadium in the NFL back then, and close second this now, is the Meadowlands. They hold 89,000 people.
Oh, I know. I've been there.
So that's why the teams moved there for revenue, but
Sure.
they tried to do this half and half feel, fake and real.
Yeah, you got to
It
go
doesn't
real.
work.
No, because it's not fair to the players. I mean, one play just like that can ruin someone's career.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know, and
it's not fair.
hopefully he's young enough. I don't know who it was because I don't watch football
Well,
anymore,
he
but
is
I love
young.
football.
I think he's 25, 24. But the bottom line is that, you know, I made a bad joke about it, and I'm going to root for Miami to win it all.
That's a shocker because I have to tell you, I am not a fan of the Jets. I do not like the Jets.
I know you don't.
You know, and one of the reasons is Dwight Stevenson, who used to be the center for the Dolphins, number 57, and I think it was Mark Gastineau who did a
Yep,
cheap
number
shot
99.
and ended his career. And Dwight is one of the nicest men I've ever met, most humble man. And I remember talking to him about that. And he, you know, it's sad because he was young when that happened. And he was an amazing center for the Dolphins. So, yeah, I have a grudge against the Jets.
Well, you guys got back because the year that we played you in the playoffs here at in Miami, you guys didn't cover the field, and you let it rain all night. And AJ Dewey was.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I was at that game.
Richard tied 3 interceptions, and it's funny because we were the #1 team in rushing, and what they did was, Mr. Coach told them do not cover the field.
Shula, he did that.
And it was a mud bowl. And
That
you
was a
guys
fun
had
game.
Marino, they could throw the ball a million. Todd couldn't do that. And we couldn't run.
Yeah.
And you beat us 21-0.
And then we went to the Super Bowl. I think that year we went to the Super Bowl. We lost.
You lost that year.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But anyway, I wanted to get that. I didn't even know she was a big Miami Dolphins
Huge
fan.
Miami Dolphins
Oh, yeah.
fan.
So I guess I waited till now to do it on purpose. But again, my apologies. And I hope that the kid does have a full recovery. Nobody should suffer that kind of injury, no matter who you are and what.
See, that's what I think we lose sight of. We lose sight of that people are people.
Right.
Because it becomes they're football players, they're a team, they're making money. It's people we root for, people we don't. But that's somebody's son out there. When he goes down, there's that mom or that dad or both. They're like, oh my gosh. Plus the pain that he's in and what that recovery looks like and what it does to a body. We forget that we're all just human beings.
And it's funny because in football, which they put on a ton of equipment so you don't get hurt, the players have gotten so big and so strong.
And fast.
But now they have rules where you can't do blindside blocks, you can't do illegal hits and things of that nature. You know, you're going to catch the ball, they can't just pop you in there.
There you go. A higher rate of foot and ankle injuries on artificial turf with natural grass on both old and new gen, right? Yeah?
Yep.
And that's what's happening because the Jet quarterback is 40.
Aaron Rodgers,
Aaron
right?
Rodgers. He just says this week, I think, is his 41st birthday. And Tom Brady played till he was 45. But Brady played on all-grass field in New England. He didn't
Brady
have to
was
deal with the Meadowlands. So
the best. I hate to say this, being because I love Dan Marino, and but Tom Brady has got to be.
He's the GOAT. He's the greatest ever. He's
Unbelievable.
better. I got to tell you compare him to Marino, but I got to see Bart Starr play.
Yeah.
I got to see Johnny Unitas play. I
met
see
him, Johnny Unitas.
Did you?
Oh my God,
I
what a
got
nice
to see
man.
Joe Namath play. I got to see the guys from San Francisco play.
Joe Montana?
Aikman.
Yeah.
These guys.
I
could
remember
play.
those. I was watching football all the time. I started watching the Dolphins when I was 11. And boy, I was hooked. And that was it. Me and my dad would sit down and we'd watch football. And I remember Richard had never seen me watch the Dolphins before. And he would like, okay, honey, shh, shh. I go, oh, don't ever tell me to shh while I'm watching the Dolphins, you know, because I'm loud anyways. But when I'm watching the Dolphins, I scream, and it's blood curdling, and that F-bomb.
And Richard's so quiet and demure. Is he always like that?
Yes.
Don't go shopping when the Dolphins are playing.
It used to be the.
And she waits for the last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see the score. Yeah, let me check this out.
Always. I know. My attention
don't
span for that is not huge on anything.
Yeah.
Look, Kennedy's still smiling. I know. She's still happy. I'm loving this. It's a whole new side of Kennedy.
Kennedy, you are a football fan? No?
Yes
Baseball,
and no.
Football?
Well, baseball.
What team?
Cardinals.
The Cardinals.
Really?
Good.
Did you even know?
No.
No, I know. Suddenly now she
I
opens
didn't
up.
even know she talked. Until she used to mime.
I mean, I like watching football, but actually being a fan, no.
No. Yeah.
I tell G-Man all the time, listen, can you, whatever she says, can you tell me? Same thing with you.
No, the best was yesterday. I said to Freddie, I said, I don't think we need G-Man to come in. One of the shows that canceled at night, tell him to stay home and sleep. I was at the dentist, and I'm like, stay home and sleep. I come here, 15 minutes later, oh no, we got a full lineup of production.
Oh my gosh.
Why did I tell G-Man to stay home and sleep? He
But I
goes,
had told him
he goes,
already,
don't
come
worry,
on.
I already told him you're already on a freak out. He's got to come in.
Now, I got to tell you, Christmas tree is putting up the Christmas tree. She's like a dual Christmas tree treer. Now, do you know her parents own a Christmas farm? Christmas tree farm.
Oh,
They
then you got
take
the
care
right girl.
of pine trees that are Christmas trees. That's
Right.
what they do for a living.
How cool is that? Where's their farm?
She talks to the tree.
You're like Dr. Seuss. You're at the Lorax. Wait, we need a meme of her as the Lorax next to the tree.
And I walk over and I see her talking to the. I said, "This ain't even a real freaking tree." She sings every song. She sings every song. So a song plays, I look at her, and she sings it.
Oh, that's so.
So
funny.
we're gonna feature her on the Cafe Night Train on the radio.
She's gonna sing?
She's gonna sing. She's gonna sing. Because I also find out that Nikki's in a band. So we're gonna have G-Man in the band. We're gonna have Josh in the band, Nikki in the band, this one in the band, and we're gonna have Diva, aka
Gretchen,
to be in the band because Gretchen can sing.
Yeah.
You ever heard Gretchen sing?
I don't think
You're in the
so.
band. They ratted you out.
Is that Gretchen?
No, that's Nikki.
No, that's Nikki.
Okay.
She plays the bass. This, you want to see how she plays it? Ready? This is it. Don't blink.
But she looks good.
Oh,
That's it.
gotcha. Okay, I'm with you.
Look like I could be part of the band.
You definitely could be part of the band.
I've always wanted to do a band in here. Now that the green screen is up, we should have instruments and stuff. And let's do the patronales. Let's do the Christmas carol.
I'm going to get some candy canes when they do that in my neighborhood. I'm going to be ready.
Oh,
I'm going to be ready for this.
We gotta take Dawn, you ever gone Christmas
Caroling?
Caroling?
Up north.
Okay, but you ever done it Latino style?
No.
Oh, it's a lot of fun.
Do you drink?
Well, you can if you want.
Oh, okay.
But
That's the only time I sing out loud because, yeah, I can't. I'm terrible.
Oh no! What it is here we would drink. What it is that Christmas Carol Patronales is we sing. They sing the American songs. So I was watching a movie, so the Latinos got together and they're singing all the American songs, not the Spanish songs.
Okay.
And they went to the different houses and they knocked. As long as they don't knock on Dawn's door, because she doesn't open the door
I
or
don't
give you
either.
anything. She said, "Okay, thank you, goodbye." But now Dawn knows.
Now I know. Yeah, now I'm going to get them candy canes and give something out. Yes, I've learned.
Coquito.
To the little kids. Yeah, absolutely.
In an ice cube. Here, suck on that.
Can you make those into ice cubes?
Of course.
It'll freeze?
Yeah.
I didn't think alcohol freezes.
Oh, this one does.
We should try that. Make it into ice cubes.
It melts
Give it to
rapidly, but it will freeze.
Going to make that into ice cubes.
So I want to do the patronales. I want to have our own band, and we sing the American songs because they won't know the Spanish except for Gretchen. She knows all the Spanish versions, which is kind of cool.
That was good.
She's hilarious. You don't even know what happened this morning. She's waiting for me outside by the side door. I pull up, I open, you turn the alarm off, open the door, come in, start turning things on. No Gretchen. 15 minutes later, she comes in. She goes, "I was waiting for you to open the side door." I went, it's like,
Tell them why.
Well, because they poured the concrete yesterday, so we used the side door. But wasn't she wondering what happened to me for 15 minutes?
No.
And I even left the front door wide open.
She decided she was going to school 11:30, and she decides to go out the front door when the cement is being laid.
Oh, no.
So she went
Step
whoop.
right in it?
Yes. And then
Oh.
she takes it and she brings it into the studio. So now it's all over the studio. So Josh is laughing. He says, "You should see the lobby." I ain't seen no lobby. Go clean it. So there's footprints and everything else. So she's like this. I ain't never using the front door again.
So she was waiting for me to open the side door for her this morning, which was
That's right.
hilarious.
That's right. Last night, I said to Dawn, "Okay, Einstein, how are we leaving here? Because you can't lock the side door from the outside."
Oh.
So she says, "Oh, we'll
I got
balance.
this.
We'll balance." Yeah, right. So I stepped on it. And, there was no way I was going to be Cinderella and jump on the side. I can't do none of that.
But we got it. It's all taken care of now.
But it was already stiff. It was hard, so you couldn't.
That would have been funny to have on film. Just
We
saying.
probably do. I said we could do Ring doorbell camera
No, no, no,
videos.
no, don't
Nothing's as
even-
good as
don't you
mine.
even-
Oh, that would be
Now I
hysterical.
got
I
it.
got
Shut up.
yours.
No, that's good. I like that.
Wow, we should check on
I
that
put my
one.
finger over the doorbell.
I'm going to check that. That would be really funny.
That would be so funny.
I'm going to send you a doorbell. I can't get it to.
I have it.
Yeah,
I
I don't
can't
like
get it on there.
I'll send you the video if
Yeah.
you want it.
So you can see Dawn saving the life of a dog.
A 3-pound dog over the weekend, yes.
Oh, really?
Yes. My sister's dog 3 pounds. And
Tiny.
she's teeny tiny. Her name's Mazel. She's a Yorkie. Teeny, cute little thing. But she's not housebroken. And my sister came over without pee pads.
Yeah.
So I went to take the dog outside to the grass, thinking the dog would know what to do. No. So the dog doesn't know the difference between grass and water and hops like a rabbit into the swimming pool.
wanted to take a leak
and
in the
keeps
pool.
going into the pool. So I run into the pool to get the dog. And nobody knows. They're all sitting in the kitchen having a conversation. Next thing you know, I'm holding a wet dog, asking for a towel. Yes. And they're like, what happened? And there I am. And so Chuck says, oh, wait. I bet we captured that on the Ring camera. And sure enough.
They sent it to me. I'm dying.
So
That was me.
My daughter goes, I'm going to send this to Freddie. So she's still at the table laughing, sending you this video of me diving into the pool after a 3-pound dog.
And I was on a trolley up in St. Augustine, and about 90 of my best friends got to see this video.
Oh, that's so
So
funny.
they said, let me see. So I just passed my phone and went all the way to the back. Everybody's laughing. They go, because she looked like she ran into a wall, like right into the pool. That was hilarious.
Oh, gosh. Well, I'm glad you guys are here. Kennedy, thank you so much for sharing your story.
Yes.
Welcome.
How do you feel?
Relieved.
You feel better?
Yeah.
Look, she's lighter. She's happy. She's laughing.
Relieved.
Relieved.
And what's funny is she came up to me to say, I want to share my testimony. I'm like, okay. You know?
I used to call them God winks when you would see
Yeah.
these little signs around. And I don't remember the name of the book. I have to go re-find out what it was. And all these little signs you see around that you take for granted.
Totally.
If you actually acknowledge them, you'll realize all the amazing greatness there is in the world. But sometimes we stop looking and we miss the signs.
Yeah, because that's the thing. It's like God wants a relationship with you. And if you spend, to have a relationship with someone, you have to spend time with them.
I don't know
right?
if God wants a relationship with me. He's like, that woman is freaking crazy.
No,
Freddie, you take her.
No, he does. He loves your crazy.
He's like, Freddie, you deal with her.
Maybe you're crazy. I got some bad news for you.
The tree's not going to fit?
Oh, no, the tree's going to fit. But
People
what are you
aren't gonna
going
fit
to
around
do?
it? To
What are you going to
decorate.
do to take it down?
Grace told me she knows how to do it.
Well, Grace, are you going to be here in January?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
God.
I'm having like
process of taking-
flashbacks because I'm going to tell you
taking
what
the
I would do is I'll wrap that bad boy up and throw it up there like a dead body
Yeah.
because that thing looks like it's getting bigger and bigger.
Oh, yeah.
Is that the second?
Really?
Is that the second level that you just put up?
We're on 3 of 5.
Oh my gosh,
of
there's still 2
5.
more. 2 more.
10 feet. And I wanted 12. I settled for 10.
Thank
I really
God.
shot. Well, I went for 12 to get 10.
There
If
you
I would have
go.
gone for 15, maybe I get 12. You know what I'm saying? It's the way it works here. It's the way it works. G-Man, I hear you, baby. I hear you, family.
You know, Wednesdays are like the whole family comes back home for the holidays. When they're all here, they're all happier. Otherwise, you're always missing like a part of your heart. And when they come back, they
you
come
have
back.
coquito left?
Sure.
Oh, then you gotta bring out the coquito because they're doing the tree.
Let's do it.
Oh God, it's gonna be
Coquito Wednesday.
All right. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Always keep the faith. Find those God winks and share them with us. If you want to be part of Dawn's segment of Faith Stories, let us know and we'll get you in touch with Dawn. And in the meantime, have a great afternoon. Enjoy the beautiful weather because it's 26 degrees everywhere else.
That's right. Enjoy Florida. Have a smile and share it with somebody. And we'll see you soon. And don't be late.
See you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time. Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.